Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of FFGLive. It's a show where we talk about rad games with rad people. Today, I'm joined by L5R developer Tyler Parrott. How are you, Tyler?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited. Children of the Empire is finally out in the US.
Yeah.
We can finally start playing games with it.
It's a big day. You know, today's also Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And this morning, my partner called me and said, Derek, we're both working today. It's Valentine's Day. Why don't we have a nice romantic lunch? And I said, I'm going to stop you right because it's also Children of the Empire Day, and I need to be on this stream right now during lunchtime to talk about it with you.
You are truly committed to the cause.
So here's kind of the plan, and you let me know if this is okay.
Yep.
We're going to spend a few minutes talking about Children of the Empire, just released today, kind of get your feelings on it, a little bit of that. Then we're going to play a game. We're going to invite some guests on, and you are going to play a Crane deck, I believe?
Yep, I will be playing Kyuden Kikita, show off some of what it can do from the Masters of the Court Crane Clan pack.
Yes, and we are also going to have Andrew on playing a Unicorn deck featuring cards from Warriors of the Wind. So that'll be exciting. And if you stick around just a little bit longer, we might have a little something extra for you. I don't know.
Depends on how long this game goes, really. If I just take forever because I'm playing Crane and I don't want to lose, but I also don't really want to win because I want to be nice to him, maybe make some friends.
Sure. Well, let's get down to business then.
I won't do that. It's okay.
Children of the Empire. This is a huge product. How many cards are in it?
This product has 234 cards.
Jeez.
82 unique cards.
Yeah.
And everyone gets something in this pack.
Yeah, it's almost the size of a core set, around the size of the core set.
It is almost the size of a core set.
Cool.
The only things that make it different from a core set, frankly, are the lack of tokens and extra reference cards and rule books and such that, well, you already have a core set, so you don't need more of those.
Cool. So with such a huge product kind of being injected into the game, how do you see the meta developing over the next few months?
Frankly, I don't know. That's one of the things that I'm looking forward to seeing. Obviously, I know what these cards do, but I'm only one person, and the player base is thousands of people who are going to be playing tens of thousands of games. So and a lot of people are going to have ideas that I didn't, right? So certainly I expect to see a lot more duels happening, especially out of the duel-centric clans, Crane and Dragon. Mm-hmm. Muramoto Dojo and Kikita Dojo, I think, are going to be prominent staples for those clans that let them duel kind of whenever they want, if the holdings are out. Other clans get interesting duels. I expect to see Loyal Challenger and Sincere Challenger out in games, at least in some capacity. But how those duels get used is up to the players, and certainly we've seen how duels have been used in the past, but now that we have Composure, now that we have more cards that care about your honor total, maybe that will change a little bit.
Okay. Speaking of Composure, can you talk to me a little bit about your goals with that? What was the purpose of Composure? Why introduce it now?
So certainly players are familiar with the concept, many players are familiar with the concept of a bid 5 meta, which is to say that since you can draw 5 cards every turn, you will draw 5 cards every turn.
Sure.
And if everyone does that, there's no penalty. Composure is introduced in this expansion partially to address that in a way of not necessarily forcing anyone's hand, but if I have a Composure card that is in play, then maybe I'm incentivized to bid 4 so that I can turn it on against my opponent's 5 bid, but then my opponent knows that I have that reward available to me if I do that, so maybe they're going to bid 4 so I don't get it, so maybe I bid 3, or I say, if my opponent's going to bid lower because I have this Composure card and they think it's important but I don't, I'll just bid 5 anyway. They'll bid lower trying to turn off my Composure, and now I have a card advantage.
Sure.
Thematically, this is particularly timely for this expansion because this is a spotlight that we are showing on the current state of Rokugan. We are looking at the Emerald Empire as it has been for 4,000 years. And because samurai culture and Rokugani culture is so heavily focused on maintaining your composure, maintaining your face, not letting your emotions show through, and because we have already thematically tied that to your honor honor dial, both in drawing cards and in dueling for honor. The idea that you would bid lower in order to maintain your composure is already kind of a thing, and so I wanted to really highlight that thematic element of the game because it is so important to the lore, the culture, and the IP.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to ask you a more general question about Throne of the Empire, and then we'll get down to a couple specifics. The size of this box, it's kind of a first for LCGs. We're calling it a premium expansion.
Yeah, nice and big.
Yeah.
And look at how wide it is.
Yeah, it's very wide.
You can fit your cards in it.
Yeah, it is a cool looking box. What advantages does this size of product kind of provide during the design process?
I don't think an expansion like this could exist without this size of a product. Without this many cards, without this large of a box. The thing about Legend of the Five Rings is that it has 7 clans and it has 2 decks, and the Dynasty side, there is no mixing between clans, which means that there's a lot of distinct chunks of the card pool that don't interact with each other, right? So if I wanted to make a smaller expansion, maybe the size of previous deluxe expansions that we've made, I would maybe be able to fit like 4 Dynasty cards for every faction, maybe 3 conflict cards for every faction, and then it would be really hard to be able to give enough diversity for fans of each clan that they would all find something cool to use in this expansion. That's why traditionally expansions of this kind have been focused on a faction, because that way if you can get 15, 20 cards of a faction into an expansion like this, you can really delve into interesting design space. So the fact that we were able to make a larger expansion like this just means that I can now give every clan enough things to work with that we can start to explore new things or explore new themes or provide a significant incentive to change players' decks just because I had enough cards to give fans of every clan something.
Sure. Cool. So there is obviously a lot of cool stuff in here. The one that kind of stands out to me is the Emperor's in here, probably the most important person.
He is the flagship of the set.
Yeah. So I was wondering, how did you go about, designing him and how he had to interact with the clans, being such an important figure in the story?
Designing a card for the Emperor is really difficult. The Emperor is not a figure who does, or even is supposed to, involve himself in the politics between the clans. The clans are supposed to serve the Emperor. The Emperor is not supposed to serve the clans, right? It's very strange thematically to say, I'm playing the Crane clan, and here is the Emperor who has come to help me against my Scorpion opponents or whatever. However, he is a prominent character in the fiction. He is a prominent part of the setting. It would be amiss to not include him in the game in some capacity. And since this is focusing on the Emperor under Hante the 38th's reign, I wanted to include him in this expansion specifically, especially since, being such a big character, I would want a big, flashy expansion to put him in. He's so much bigger than just some Dynasty pack.
Sure.
Right? So how do you make the Emperor? Well, first of all, it was very important from day one that the Emperor not be able to participate in conflicts. Like I said, he's not going to directly fight for the cause of any great clan.
Sure.
However, different clans have different sways over the Emperor's ear and the Emperor's opinions, and maybe if you talk to him in the right way, you can get him to make a decree that might help you more than your opponent. Or if you have some upstart rival clan and maybe they have a particular character who's troublesome, you can suggest that the Emperor maybe censure that character and not let them participate in an upcoming fight. And so giving him powerful abilities that interact with what your opponent is trying to do means that you are able to invoke the Emperor's will without directly involving the Emperor in the fight.
Okay.
Now, because he is such an important figure, of course he had to be expensive to characterize that. But when you have a 6-cost character that can't participate in conflicts, they have to be really, really good abilities
Sure.
to warrant paying 6 or 7 or 8 for this character who isn't going to be able to help you win any conflicts.
Right.
I think we landed at a good space with him. His first ability is very straightforward in that if your opponent is trying to fight you and the Emperor can just say, not that guy,
Right.
just point and bow them because everyone bows to the Emperor. And the second ability is much more tricky, and it's intended to be. It's supposed to be both a threat and a powerful tool. The fact that you're not obligated to use it at any given time means your opponent has to play all of their cards as if the Emperor could change what those cards do at any given time.
Right.
And now, of course, it can only be used once, but the longer you hold off on using it, the more threat your opponent is under. Or, if they do something that is particularly powerful, you can just be like, nope, this is mine now. You know, you're not going to charge in that character, or you're not going to deliver a fate worse than death onto one of my characters, or even just you thought you were going to duel me here, but actually you're going to duel me over here. The fact that the Emperor can just dictate the terms of the engagement. Well, he's the Emperor, he can do that.
Sure. The other card I was curious about is also a neutral card, and it is the new version of Akoto Toturi.
Yes.
So this is, we had Akoto Toturi in the core set.
Yep.
Lion Clan champion.
Very proudly so.
Yep. This set, neutral character, the Emerald champion.
Yep.
So how did you go about designing a new version of Toturi? This is kind of your first whack at the new version of an existing character. Yep. So how did you go about that? What were you trying to get across with his new card?
The important thing about this version of Toturi is that he's different than the previous version. The previous version is the clan champion of the Lion Clan. Mm-hmm. He is somewhat of a reluctant or more hesitant Lion Clan champion, considering how brash and proud that clan tends to be.
Sure.
He's almost a little bit of an iconoclast in his own clan, despite being the champion. This version I wanted to be notably different because he is fulfilling a different role with this card. It's still the same character, but he's doing something slightly different. He's showing off a different side of his personality. Unlike the previous version of Legend of the Five Rings, where characters tended to build on experience, this is more of a, we've seen Toturi, now we're seeing another side of Toturi. Not necessarily a stronger or more experienced side of Toturi, but a different side of Toturi. This is the side of Toturi that serves the Emperor first. This is the side of him that puts all of Rokugan's the needs of all of Rokugan before the needs of the Lion Clan. This is someone who desires to impartially enforce the needs and edicts of the Emperor.
Sure.
The reason that he is neutral is to communicate that, is to get across the idea that if another clan needs the Emerald Champion to help them, he will do it.
Sure.
And yeah, it pisses off some lions, but yeah, that's kind of what is happening right now in the fiction as well, right?
That's the gig.
Is that Toturi is taking a step away from his own clan at the concern of his own clan, but also because that is what his Emperor demands and that is what he's going to do. Sure. Now, when you're designing the card, what's he going to do? Well, he's the Emerald Champion, and he is the foremost power of Imperial law. That is not the Emperor. Therefore, it seemed obvious that he should interact with the Imperial favor in some way. Mm-hmm. The idea that he can show up and shut down a conflict was intended to be reminiscent of his ability to enforce the Emperor's law in any context, but only when he has the Emperor at his back. He can't just show up and enforce his version of Imperial law. He can only enforce the Emperor's version of Imperial law, hence needing the Imperial favor. One might say that he could have potentially discarded the favor as a cost to do this. However, while it's a strong effect, it's a predictable effect. And I found it to be more interesting that he could retain. It doesn't cost him, it doesn't cost the Emerald Champion anything to enforce the Emperor's law.
Sure.
The only requirement is that the Emperor's law is there to support him.
Sure.
Right. The one major thing that I did to maintain consistency between the previous version of Toturi and this version of Toturi, of course, was to maintain his skill values.
Mm-hmm.
Just being a 6/3 is relevant to most clans. In fact, I've even heard that some Lion Clan players are considering playing this version of Toturi over the core set version because he provides a different ability than what the previous version did.
Okay. So I see some people in chat asking some questions, and I can pop a couple here. Which of the 5 new provinces did you have the most fun designing?
Well, one of the other things that was in the zeitgeist while I was designing this set, in addition to Bit 5 meta,
Mm-hmm.
was the idea of towers. The idea that the game is decided by single expensive characters loaded up with attachments that are going to dominate all their conflicts and then ready or not bow so that they can participate in lots of conflicts.
Sure.
The idea that the cheap characters did not matter, but the expensive ones did. And so I said, oh, well, you know what would be nice is if there was a province that anyone could play and that everyone was encouraged to play that might punish that playstyle, not necessarily even as a direct threat to the playstyle, or I should say, not even as a tool to defeat the playstyle, but having the threat of it
Mm-hmm.
forces people to change their playstyle. So of course, Midnight Revels was one of my favorites.
Sure.
Midnight Revels being a water province, which traditionally haven't been super compelling for players. That's often referred to as the weakest province slot. I don't think that's true anymore now that Midnight Revels is out.
Mm-hmm.
But the other advantage is if Midnight Revels does become the default water province for a lot of clans, that means everyone has to be concerned about how expensive the characters are that they're playing. No longer can I just jam a big 5 cost and assume that that character is going to win all
Right.
my conflicts for me.
Sure. Cool. The other question is a bit broader, and it has to do with the mechanics in Children of the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
An emphasis on dueling,
Yep.
Composure. Do you see those in kind of a vacuum in Children of the Empire, or will we see the return of Composure at some point down the road?
Anything is possible.
Okay.
Composure is appearing here because it's thematically important to this set. I don't believe strongly in including mechanics for the sake of including mechanics.
Mhm.
If I'm going to include a mechanic in a set, it's because I want the themes of that set and the themes of that mechanic to work together towards a single goal. I'm
Sure.
not just going to make a random composure card in a cycle because it happens to care about your opponent's
Right.
honor dial. I'm going to include composure on a card in a cycle when that is a cycle in which your honor bid or composure thematically is relevant.
Sure.
Will it return? Maybe. Probably.
Sure.
It's got a lot of design space.
Mhm.
However, it's not something I'm just going to throw in just because I happen to design a cool composure card.
Sure.
I'm going to hold on to that design and say, okay, now that we're returning to composure as a theme, now we can address a bunch of cool composure cards all at once.
Sure. And as far as other themes in Children of the Empire, we're already seeing a return to an emphasis on dueling
Yep.
with another upcoming product,
Well,
which seems like a good transition.
funny you should say that. Masters of the Court was a clan pack that we wanted to focus on the dueling aspect of Crane, which previously hasn't been highlighted much.
Sure.
That said, I don't think Kayuden Kakita could exist as a stronghold without the contents of Children of the Empire supporting it.
Sure.
So we kind of needed Children of the Empire to seed the tools into the Crane clan so that once we bring them their new clan pack, they now have all the tools they need to make the new stronghold really cool.
Okay. Well, hey, how about this? Let's see you put your money where your mouth is.
Listen, all I'm saying is Crane dueling's really good, and I'm going to prove it.
All right. Well, if you could have a seat right there, we're going to invite Evan to help me with a little bit of commentary and Andrew to play Unicorn.
Hello, Internet. How's it going? Excited
right.
to see some L5R being played here today.
Yes. And we may see
I roll for first player?
some
Alright,
surprises.
that sounds good.
Yeah, I'd expect there's
Oh.
probably some cards in here that maybe have not been revealed yet.
Yeah, and as we see
go
them,
first.
we can kind of highlight them. We have a nice little card slot here.
We do have a nice little card slot.
All right, do your worst.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And gentlemen, we may be interrupting you, asking to see cards, so we apologize in advance.
I won't give them to you.
Okay.
Oh.
You're on your own.
Darn.
There you go.
So you both are playing with some new strongholds, is that correct?
Yeah. Do you want to put them up?
Sure.
Yeah,
Strongholds?
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Yours
All
yours
these
first?
have been previewed.
I
Right.
assume people have already seen these strongholds,
We'll just
but
give people a little reminder of what we got here. So we got this Crane Clan stronghold here.
All right,
what
you
do
want
we got here?
it's
Cayenne
pull it out
Nikita.
of those.
That's
Oop.
the one.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you go.
There we go. Slide that right there.
Have a dual honor
Shiro
guy.
Shiro Shinjo.
Reveal provinces, make a hit.
All right.
Seems pretty good.
Oh.
While you guys are going through the motions here, Tyler, could you talk a little bit about these strongholds?
I most certainly could. Well, I just briefly touched on what was going on with Cayenne Kikita. Right? We wanted it to be about dueling.
Yep.
We wanted it to be the Crane flavor of dueling, which is why it's honoring people. But I didn't want it to be something that requires. Oh, all these cards look good. I didn't want something that requires that you already be winning in your duel to be rewarded. Without getting too much into the weeds, Cayenne Kikita is a card that encourages you to have duels, not necessarily to win duels. Because even if it's a duel that I intend to throw to my opponent, because really all I wanted was the honoring effect, my opponent doesn't know that, so maybe they'll overcommit to this duel and I'll get extra good stuff out of it.
Sure.
Certainly.
As for Shiro Shinjo, exploring your opponent's provinces is a theme that is very in keeping with the Unicorn Clan. And I wanted to explore the idea that even in the lore, the Unicorn Clan is fairly wealthy at this point in the story. And a lot of that wealth comes from the holdings and the cultures that they've experienced outside of Rokugan. And so the idea that exploring provinces brings you wealth is thematically appropriate and also gives Unicorn, which is typically a very aggressive early game faction, an interesting late game way to play the game for players that might want to play Unicorn in a new way.
Oh, yeah.
All right, are you ready?
All right. Let's
Okay,
see what we
I am.
got.
Let's do the thing.
Got any
Alright.
new cards showing up here?
I think
Two
we
cards
do.
from
Oh.
2 cards from children.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Yep.
Big Daddy Toshimoka.
Well, you got
There
over
he
there.
is.
Yep, Toshimoka.
He is
He's going to be strong.
the man.
All right.
Got us a Shinjo Trailblazer.
Yeah, Shinjo Trailblazer, I believe
Is that-
we've seen.
We've spoiled it
seen
from.
that?
They'll let us know in the
They'll
chat.
let us know if we have
They'll let us know if we've seen that or not. Shinjo Trailblazer.
Spoiled
Yeah.
this
Uh,
too.
It is in the box, but
Okay,
for
cool.
people that do not already own
There you
it,
are,
they
sir.
may not have seen it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just in case you haven't seen it,
Outskirts Century.
move to the conflict, get honor.
Yeah.
Again, one of the themes of Children of the Empire is honor, and I wanted to explore that in more ways than just your clan honor. So the idea that maybe honoring characters is a thing that matters, and this is a very unicorn way to honor your character.
Sure.
First action to me.
Do it up.
I mean,
First move of the game.
Oh yeah.
Some would say the most important.
Some might say that.
it's not important for me. I want to be cautious. I got to be cautious here.
All right. Going to almost mirror that
All
here.
right.
Call out what you're doing, guys.
So you just played out a Shinjo Trailblazer.
Trailblazer.
Yep.
Trailblazer has no fate because they're gonna reveal a province and go away.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
Like they do.
Like you do. I guess we'll just.
Yoshimoto.
No. I only have 5 fate.
Oh.
It's important.
Well, I just
Brash
want
Samurai.
you to play
We're gonna
big
start
guys.
with. Listen, we're gonna get there. Don't you
All
worry.
right.
I also got to clear out my provinces so you can see more cards. I thought that was the point here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They're asking if you're committed to that bid that's currently showing on your.
I don't have an honor dial. The game's already started. Or the game has only started.
All right. Gonna throw Outskirts Century out there.
I'm gonna pass.
Get some new mechanic. Oh. All right. Okay.
Beaten in the pass.
It's a pass.
Hey, I go first. It's an advantage.
All right, I'm done. I got the cards I want.
Let's
so,
do the thing.
I would play that after passing on.
Yes, you will.
All right.
Oh, you still have to
Sneaky
pay for it,
Shinjo.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah, sneaking in there. Trailblazer's so cool. I love that art. And of course, one of many cards in Warriors of the Wind that reveals provinces and gets a bonus from doing it.
I kind of want that
Trailblazer?
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly cold enough to warrant it. Jeez.
No kidding.
All right, I've assigned my bid. Go for it.
All
Do your
right.
worst. Spoiler alert: he bid 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Three.
There you go. Have some
All
honor.
right.
thanks.
All right.
I'm a unicorn.
Draw those
Need it.
conflict cards.
3, 4, 5. Unlike you, I have ways to get my honor back. What? What? I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Okay.
Hey, what restricted card are you playing? You want to tell me ahead of time? Just so I know to play around it?
Oh, yeah, you know, I think I got one in here.
All right. Do you have any pre-conflict actions?
I do not.
All right. I'm gonna not have any either, so I'm gonna fight you.
Ooh, fun.
Okay.
Fight.
Cautious Scout is gonna fight. It's gonna be a military hurt water fight.
Okay, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
We'll go find out what's under Shahai.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay,
little water
cool.
fight.
There's some new provinces
All right.
out there.
Are there? Are there?
What do
I
we
thought-
Oh, there are.
Oh no!
Oh, there we go.
Here we
All
go.
That was entirely by accident, I
All
swear.
right. So this is Khan's Ordu. Reaction. After this province
Just
is
put it on the
Just put it in there. Put it in there.
Then you can read it.
All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead and read it.
Okay. After this province is revealed, if the current conflict is political, switch to conflict type. Each conflict declared this phase is military instead of its normal type.
All right, so we get 4 military fights this phase.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Good thing I have a samurai, and not some courtly challenger. This would have been a bad buy for me. At least it's revealed now.
All right, I will defend with my good friend, the Outskirt Samurai.
You most certainly will.
Ooh, that's
Actually, fun fact, that didn't trigger. Because my Cautious Scout!
Ah.
Right.
I'm sure someone on this chat already corrected me.
You know.
Yes, yes, of course they did. They're very good about these things.
As
So
defender,
I do still get my political fight.
Okay.
As defender, I think I will pass on the first action.
Sounds good. I'll pass.
All right,
That's Battery Trailblazer.
you got it.
Boom.
Okay. I will declare a. Let's go. Fire. Political.
Sure.
Here.
You want to go here? Are you sure?
Yes, yes.
Are you
I am
sure
so
that's what you
sure.
wanna do?
Final answer.
It's a magistrate station.
Okay. Nothing new there.
Action,
but
choose
very
an honored
scary.
character and ready them.
Oh, nice. Well, good.
I will declare 0 defenders.
All right, that's cool.
I will take an action.
Okay.
Way of the crane.
Oh,
I'll honor my
snap.
Cautious Scout.
Okay. What's gonna happen next?
It's a mystery.
I wonder what could it be?
I will pay 1 to play the Iuchi Wayfinder.
Sure. What do you want to see?
I want to see this one.
You want to see Meditations
Ooh.
on the Tau.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't, but I do.
At least you know it's there now.
Yeah.
Well, this card I was going to play is no longer relevant, so that's cool. I'll just do the thing. Trigger my magistrate station.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. Then I will pass.
I'll pass.
All right.
Cool, you get to resolve fire. What would you like to do?
I think I will honor the Shinjo Trailblazer.
You got it.
That's the one. Where's my honor tokens?
Oh,
They're there.
I should have this ring, and you should have this ring.
That's right.
Boom, boom.
I don't know where you put it.
Right there. Sounds good to me. Okay.
All right. Here comes my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I mean, I was going to honor my brash samurai, but I guess I can do that later.
Oh.
Let's go do some political void conflicts. Your Ordu. It's safe.
That's true. You do know what it is. All right. I will declare no defenders.
Would you like to take an action?
Nah, I think I'll pass.
Cool, I'm going to play court games.
You know, classic.
Classic crane.
Masters of the court. By name and reputation. I'm at 4 skill.
You are.
Winning and breaking.
And what is this? This is, yep, okay. I will pass. I got nothing for that.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh,
Nice
first blood.
job.
Crane says, that's not Rokugani. Get out of here. We're going to avoid this guy.
Yes. Didn't see that coming.
All right.
All right.
I'm all out. We got anything?
Yeah, no,
All right.
I'm all good.
Some exciting flips here.
Guys, I'm sorry I'm letting you down. I didn't even do any duels.
This goes
Here's
away
some
when I get an honor.
fate on some rings.
Oh, but I lost one because it's undefended, so that stays the same. Cool.
Oh, I also lost one from undefended and gained one when he left play.
There you go. Yeah.
You lose a fate.
Shiro Shinjo,
Stand up.
the only stronghold with
Boop.
6 fate printed. However,
It's true.
becomes very powerful the
Yeah,
more
this
provinces are
is
explored.
this is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both wanted to be face up. You get to be first player.
Chat would
Alright.
like you to know that the lack of duels is not letting them down. The lack of sleeves are.
Yes.
Oh, man.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right.
I'll be sure to next time bring cards that are dinged up
6.
in addition to being unsleeved.
I'm going to tap this to gain an extra fate,
Yes, you most certainly will.
which just puts me normal right now. But,
Do I want Corley Challenger right now?
Shahai needs to be discarded.
oh, you're right. Broken province.
Yeah, we'll get rid of Corley Challenger. All right, let's do it.
All right.
You got it.
What do we got?
Doing it.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
New cards.
Oh my goodness!
One of those
all right.
is
Same
very...
You get to see that first.
All
All right,
Evan, why don't
let's
you
see
take
this one? All right, so we've got the Kakita Favorite, 2 Fate, 3 military skill, 1 political skill, 1 glory, Bushi and duelist, 2 political skill, while involved in a duel.
It seems good.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. That's pretty good.
That's
So
it's-
oh yeah.
Interrupt
Let's make them
his-
wait even
interrupt
longer.
his, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead and take that guy.
So Farseer, I believe we have seen, but after this character enters play, choose an opponent's face-down province and reveal that province. A water Shugenja, 2 military, 3 political skill. Now, Tyler.
Yes.
I think I caught a
Nope.
glimpse.
Nope. You saw nothing.
I saw
No,
nothing.
No one is hanging out in the magistrate station.
They all
It's
saw it.
totally-
They're clamoring.
Yeah.
Totally unimportant.
No.
First, let's talk about Kakita Favorite. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
So-
yeah,
Fair enough.
Kakita favorite.
What is this card doing? Well, it's a cheap. I wanted to explore some. Yeah, you can put it back up there. I wanted to explore some space that is simple. This game is already very complicated, so I said, okay, so what's a simple duelist going to do? They're not going to initiate their own duel. Duels are complicated, but maybe there'll be a cheap, effective military character that is also good at political duels. So in some cases, this is a 2-cost 3/3, which is really good. But most of the time, it's just a cheap military body for Crane, which they otherwise don't have, which is fairly important.
Should keep talking about this for like 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Just
That's all
make
I
them
got.
wait.
I intentionally made the card simple for a reason.
Yes.
All
But
right.
all right. Who do we have
Is it
here?
time?
Yes,
So-
it's
Yeah,
the
let's-
poster boy, I believe.
Is it time to talk about
There we go.
All
Big
right.
Daddy
Do you want to talk about it, Tyler?
Daidoji Uji?
Yes.
He is a 5-cost 6/2 with 2 glory. He is a Bushi, a Daimyo, and a Shinobi. That doesn't mean anything, I'm sure.
Yeah. No. What?
And while this character is honored, you may play each character from your provinces as if it were in your hand, reducing its cost by 1.
That
So-
seems really good.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah.
What clan do you think this guy belongs in?
It's not very Crane-ish.
No,
it's more like
sounds a lot like a Scorpion card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scorpion-ish, yeah.
I mean, if anyone was going to be dishonorable, it would not be the Crane.
Obviously. not.
However, if he is himself being perceived as being honorable, maybe he can get away with some extra things that maybe the Crane clan wouldn't want him to get away with.
Sure.
He is the daimyo of the Daidoji family, which is the military arm of the Crane. They are traditionally focused on defending their clan's honor and the honor of the people in that clan. However, Daidoji Uji is much more pragmatic than most other Daidoji, and maybe he has some tools up his sleeve that would be better off if no one outside the clan ever found out about.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get to see him in action on the
Maybe,
table here.
Maybe. How much fate you got over there?
You will. I do have a lot of faith, but my unicorn friend has to go first.
You're right.
I see a lot of light blue names in the chat that seem very excited.
Oh, I suppose he's
Also,
right,
it's
too.
worth pointing out that he is a 6 military in Crane. which
They've
is-
seen him.
I've seen him.
Yeah,
Good,
he's
good.
been previewed.
It's also worth pointing out that he is a 6 military in Crane, which doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It just doesn't exist outside of him.
Until now.
Until now.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I will spend 1 to put the Machida wielder into
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
conflict. Yeah.
Going
That
first.
discount?
I suppose
The
that
value.
seems reasonable.
Oh no, there
Oh,
he is.
there he is.
Okay, well,
And he'll be sticking around.
So something I'd like to point out about the design of Uji, you can go ahead,
Oh, yes.
is that something that I would like to explore more of, and maybe for those of you who have already got or are about to get your copy of Children of Empire, you'll notice there's another card that is like this, is exploring the idea that Crane rewards their characters for being honored in ways other than having high glory, right? He has a fairly low glory for what he's doing, but if he is honored, he gains additional abilities. That's something that you should keep your eye out for in the future.
Yeah.
You've revealed
I
meditations.
have revealed.
Yes.
meditations.
I wonder what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pass.
Very
Play
nice.
my big 5-drop.
Yeah. I will pass as well.
Sounds good.
Playing Sneaky Shinjo. Again.
Shinjo comes out.
So sneaky.
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
So Shinjo. They are equally sneaky and Shinjo.
That should have gone over there. Okay, cool.
What now?
Oh, I left a fate on there.
did you get
instead
your
of-
seeker fate?
Sure didn't.
That was not me. That was people in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, chat.
Chad knows
Yes.
what's up.
Yep.
All right. I have set my bid.
Wonderful.
Listen, Seeker Fate's the easiest thing to forget, so don't judge. Here's a 4.
Oh, same here.
Uh-huh.
All right.
1, 2. Is this the card I want? 3. Sure. I guess this is what we're doing. I put this powerful card in my deck and it does nothing against you.
Thanks. I think.
He says before he plays it.
The
And it
injustice.
is actually really good. Do you have any draw phase actions?
I do not. I'm gonna.
I do.
Ooh. Oh.
Uji has his expertise unmatched.
Ooh, got the Phoenix splash.
Surprise!
Yep.
Wait,
So,
what?
as a reminder, Uji is now a 7/3 that cannot receive a dishonor token, and after he loses a conflict, he loses the expertise.
All right.
Such a good card.
I mean, it is a 0 cost +1/+1
Yeah.
with upside.
Yeah. Yeah. I will pass again.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. I have no other actions.
Cool. Okay, so I have first conflict.
Bring it on.
Yeah. I will attack with Sneaky Shinjo. I will do a air political right
Sounds
there.
good. You can grab your own fate.
That's right. Yeah, that's yours.
What would you like to see?
Anything
Would you like to
that
see
isn't-
upholding authority?
Oh, good. Okay, all right.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Okay.
Why is this political? I want it to be military.
That's why it's political.
Fair enough.
Grump, grump, grump.
Yeah, I kind of don't think I care. I won't block.
Okay.
I have an action. Dishonor on you.
Oh no.
Oh
Board
no, not
games.
dishonor.
Oh, where's my token? There he is. All right.
Dishonor.
That's real nice.
Too sneaky.
Too sneaky.
Yeah.
So sneaky that I caught him in the weeds.
Yep.
Actually, not sneaky enough apparently.
I will play this. Speak to the heart.
Oh. Okay. I'm okay with that. +3 political.
Yep. +3 political.
All right. You have
Yep.
All right.
3 attacking, 0.
3 attacking, 0.
Speak to the heart.
I will
We
pass.
showed in our announcement for this pack a very strong card.
Very,
Yes.
very
political,
strong.
political buff's kind of a rarity.
In
I
any
will
clan.
Yeah.
pass
Let
as
alone
well.
this one. All right, cool. You're gonna break it. I'm gonna trigger the interrupt.
Yeah. All right. What's the interrupt?
I get to look at your hand and take away all copies of the card of my choice.
Oh no.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Ooh. Ooh.
Show the camera.
Nope. 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 You don't get to see this.
We'll show them the discarded
Listen.
card.
Listen. If I showed the camera what I was looking at in his hand and I picked a card that they disagreed with, I would never hear the end of it.
You're already probably never going to hear the end of it.
You're probably right. So let's get rid of captive audience.
Oh, okay, all right. Yep.
Oh, rip. Captive audience.
Listen, I want to be able to like actually have political conflicts. Thank you very much. I am the masters of the court.
Yes.
This will break. Rash Samurai will die.
Says the guy who just lost a political conflict.
Ooh.
Burn.
You be quiet. Take your air ring.
Yes, I will.
Would you like one of my honors or two of your own?
Oh, one of yours. Sounds
Okay.
real nice right now.
I mean, yeah, it's reasonable. My turn.
Yeah. Oh no.
Let's go smash Iuchi Dayu with Big Daddy Uji.
That's fun. Let's find out what's underneath.
Dun, dun, dun.
Along the river of gold.
Oh. Well then.
That's
That's a
fun.
thing.
I'm going to defend with the Uchi Farseer.
Okay.
Uh,
First action you.
Yes, I will use the action at this province.
Am I about to get switched?
You are about to get switched. You have been
Cool.
you have been switched.
I have been switched.
So what am I? I've got a 3.
Base. So we're a 3.
Mhm.
You're also a 3.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's going to change what I'm about to do. So I have 7 political, right? Just to make sure we're clear.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Not that good. How about a political duel?
Oh.
Time
All
for some
right,
duels.
3 for 3. Oh.
Duel.
Seems like a solid restricted choice for that deck.
I mean, here duels are good. Bid 1.
Ooh. Looks like
I'm
I
gonna
owe you what?
Take
honor?
2 honors.
Mhm.
I'm going to go to 8, and you're going to go to 6, so I'm going to win.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to look at your hand, and first, I'm going to participate in a duel.
Ah.
Ooh.
Actually, wait. After a duel resolves. Yep, that'll be after I do the duel effect. So
Okay.
first, I'll look at your hand, then I'll do that.
All right. Now it's all yours again. I don't know why I hold on to it.
What? Exactly. Now you get it. Now you get it. Get out of your spell.
Oh.
1 cost +2/+2. OP. Then I'm going to react and honor Uji.
Wow.
Dang.
Uji now has +2 skill.
Seems good.
Seems legit.
Let me see. You are winning but not breaking, huh?
Correct.
I will pass.
You've activated my trap card.
Not again.
I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to play Kakita Favorite outside the fight with 1 fate on it.
Yep. Of course, through Uchi's ability.
Uji now lets me play all of these people as if they're in my hand.
Wow.
At -1 cost. just for the Robins.
just cause.
Ugh.
Just for the Robins.
I'm going to play Speak to the Heart again to bump this to what?
This is a military fight.
Oh, it's military. You're right. Never mind. You're right. You're right. I will pass.
Cool. Daidoji Uji is going to draw his first katana, which I conveniently previewed
Yep.
about 2 actions ago.
Yep.
He's now a 7.
Oof. Winning and breaking.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Let me see. I will spend 3 fate to. We're gonna have to put this card up in the display, I think.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
It's a new card.
Yes. Okay.
All
Is
right,
she going to
who
be
we
coming
got
into the
here?
conflict or outside the conflict?
Into the conflict.
Shinjo Haruka.
That seems reasonable.
Yep. 3 military, 2 political skill. A Bushi cavalry. Always good. Action. During a conflict in which this character is participating, choose an honored character. Move that character to the conflict.
This is the older sister of Shinjo Shono, for those keeping track at home.
For the drawing the family trees at home.
Listen, L5R players would do that.
Yeah.
You can put the sleeve back.
They're all pulling out their family trees right now. Oh, gotta get the alterations in.
To be fair, they're both very, very good.
Yes.
So it might be a family trait to be slightly pushed. Just
Being good is
being good is
hereditary.
actually hereditary.
And let's see. That's a
So we're
5.
at 5 now.
5 to a 7.
Yeah. I have no actions.
All right. I will pass then.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to break your province. I'm not going to break your province.
You're not
I'm
gonna
going to
break my
resolve it.
province.
Then I'm going to draw a card. And I'm going to discard a random card from you.
All right. Not that one.
There you go.
No.
Get out of here, card that can come back from the discard pile.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Uji will go home bad.
super bad.
He did his job.
Sorry, is Haruko in the unicorn pack, or is she the unicorn card in the crane
She
pack?
is the unicorn card in the crane pack.
Ooh.
As it happens, being able to harpoon honored characters is pretty powerful.
Yes.
In
Yes,
addition
it
to
is.
moving in your own honored characters. So, you know. You're up.
I am up. Let me see. That was your first conflict.
We have a political for me and a military for you.
That's
Left.
true. Yes, we do. I will go ahead and attack with the Shido Wielder. I will do a water conflict.
You want to show off my last province?
I think it's safer to go here.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's a bold claim, buddy. Bold claim. What am I most concerned about here? I mean, I don't want you to break it, so that's for sure. So we'll just put this duelist in the way.
Oh,
So you're
cool.
at 2.
I am.
I'm a
at
3.
2, and you are at 3.
Checks out.
Okay,
First action to me.
it is.
I'll pass. I'm winning.
All right. I will attach the
Is that a curved blade?
curve.
That is a
blade.
curved blade.
All
Now,
right.
I'll just set you to 5.
this is a,
It's good.
I believe, Tyler, you showed this off
Yes.
at an event, so not everyone may have seen this. But it is an attachment, provides +1 military skill. Attached to a unicorn character, restricted. When attached character is attacking, it gets an additional +2 military skill. A very aggressive attachment.
I mean, one of Unicorn's themes is getting in early and winning the game quickly. And this is one of the best ways to do it.
Yeah.
Gonna put sleeve back on that.
They don't care about defending. They only care about winning.
Did you hear that, chat room? There's a sleeve on that card.
Yeah.
What?
Are they?
What are you trying to say?
If the chat room knew the percentage of people at this table who constantly play without sleeves, they would be appalled.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you could possibly mean. There you go. There you go. That's the spirit. Now, you might think that Kakita Favorite is only a 3-1, but you'd be wrong.
I would.
Because I would like to debate
No.
the finer points of Rokugani law with someone who is not from Rokugan.
yes, that's gonna go well for me.
Wonderfully well, wonderfully well. Okay, so you're a 2 and I'm a 3, so I'm beating you by 1 as it is. We'll do that. 3. So we are going to tie.
We are.
And you're going to give me an honor.
Yes. There you go.
Thanks, friend.
Yeah. Now we're even.
No stripping your hand at this time. That's your action.
Oh, it's my action. That's right.
Right?
You
I do
know,
math? Yes, I do
Yep.
math right.
I will pass.
It's a mind game.
He's trying to trick you.
I too shall pass.
All right.
You resolve water, but do not break the province.
It is true. I will use water to stand our good friend Shinjo Haruko.
Cool. I'm going to take an action outside
And
the conflict.
yeah, that's my range.
Outside the conflict.
Ooh, goody.
You know what we didn't do? We didn't do the Imperial Favor.
We didn't, and you've had it.
It's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it when we get to it. Also, I left it in my box.
It's an optional one, right?
We're in Trigger Magistrate Station. Stand up, Big Daddy. I mean, come on. He's like my big guy.
Oh.
As you can now see, honoring Crane characters is a prominent way for them to win.
Yes.
Because they get to do everything when they're honored. I have a political conflict left,
Indeed.
and you have no conflicts left.
That is true.
So I guess I'm just gonna go break a province, right?
You're right.
Yeah, you don't have any fate
Fate,
on dudes,
may as
so
well.
let's go see what this is.
All right. Surprise for me too. Border Fortress.
Seems good for Shinjo Shiro.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, Shiro Shinjo. That's how that word works.
Yes. All right, and I'm defending with Shinjo Haruko.
Checks out. I see 2 on defense. I see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
Ugh.
on offense.
Ugh. Yes, you do.
First action to you.
All right. I will play Speak to the Heart.
There it is.
Hey.
There it is, finally. The right kind of
3?
conflict. Yes, 3. No.
Yep.
Face
I
up non-stronghold. Oh, you're right. I
Face
broke that
ups.
one. I forgot about that. Yep. There it is.
Pretty good.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
That's your action. I think Daidoji. I think Uji of the Daidoji family wants to embrace his inner duelist
Oh boy.
Oh,
and
Oh,
acquire some
wow.
duelist training.
Okay.
this is gonna go over well.
It's going to go great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I will pass.
Would you like to duel?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Of course.
Dueling time.
We're dueling.
Okay.
1. I'm going to go to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. To your 6.
6.
So you're going to bow.
Yes.
You must either give me 2 honor or discard 2 cards.
Okay. I will give you 2 honor.
Checks out.
Or
Yeah,
I guess
you're
they're still in the
fight,
conflict.
but
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Now it's to you.
Okay. I will pass.
I will pass. Break it.
Broken.
Yes. Broken.
We're gonna honor Kikita favorite, I guess. Might as well.
Oh, that's yours.
This time, I'm gonna go get my Imperial favorite.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, no, I'm not.
I mean,
Oops,
you
my
can
mistake.
grab it since you should have had it last
No, no,
round.
No,
No?
that's fine.
No?
I forgot. That's on me. We're doing it.
All
Clean
right.
up.
Okay.
Brash Samurai, you did good work. Gained me an honor. These two get to clear their fates.
2 fates still on Uji there, huh?
Oh yeah, Uji's not going anywhere.
Yep, he's not.
Don't even worry about it.
I'm going to interrupt. With
You are
Way of
going
the
to
unicorn.
keep the first player token.
Ooh.
I mean, makes sense. He had that Meishoto wielder, so I'm sure there are more. I'm going to keep Kikita Toshimoko here, conspicuously ready to
Oh, jeez.
come out and play when you're not ready for him.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I need, reveal and then gain fate. Doesn't matter which. While I'm gaining fate,
Uh-huh,
you
here
can
we
remind
go.
people what he does.
All right. A reminder.
Go for it.
Kakita Yuri, 3 fate, 0 military skill, 3 political skill, 2 glory, courtier and duelist. Action during a conflict, initiate a political duel against a character of that your opponent controls. I can read. Of his or her choice. Resolve the duel. The controller of the duel's loser cannot declare military conflicts this phase.
Yep.
Seems all right.
Just take away one of my unicorn opponents. Actually, fun fact, didn't come up this time, but these 2 cards together means if I can trigger this before this happens, or I guess he could just be in a military duel with 0, military conflict with 0, but if he can win his political duel while this lasting effect is active, the opponent can't declare conflicts at all, because all of their conflicts have to be military. Right?
Oh, that's true.
Minor feature, but it's a feature.
Yeah.
You're first.
I am first. I am going to pay 4 for our friend Yuchi Dio.
Big Daddy Ayu.
That's right.
What a lot of fate you're getting there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Yeah, I know this Shinjo Shiro is great.
You put 1.
I put
from
1.
the-
You're right. There we
you
go. That's it. That's math.
We're gonna play nobody.
Of course, also with the unicorn pack announcement.
We're gonna play nobody because they're in my hand. Thanks, Uji.
Wow. Yeah, that is so true. I'm gonna spin 2 to put the border rider into the conflict,
Checks out.
Mm-hmm.
or into the
Yep.
that.
I'm all done.
You're all done. I'm gonna spend 1 to put the Otaku infantry in as well.
Seems legit. I'm gonna go ahead and pick my bid here. I feel pretty good about that.
All right.
The tension.
You ready?
Mhm.
2.
All right.
Did you put 1?
Yeah, I did.
You're crazy.
For my first attack,
Bring it on. Do
If
you have
you
any
have
pre? Do you have
no-
any pre-conflicts?
yeah, I do. I do not. Do you? Do it.
No, I don't.
Ah, all
Do
right.
your worst.
Okay. All right. Cool. I will pass.
Okay. Pass your conflict.
Pass my conflict.
Okay. I'll fight you.
Okay. Cool.
I'm into that. This one's not broken yet.
You're right. It is not
Good.
broken.
All right. What am I gonna do? Other than a military fight, I think.
You should attack over here. I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not playing Shiro Shinjo. I'm not incentivized to reveal all your provinces all the time. Although along the River of Gold is kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah. Let's do this. This Kikita favorite will void attack politically at River of Gold? Question mark?
Well, okay.
I have 2 skill.
That's a thing. I will defend with the border rider.
Your action
What was it? Hang on, let me get my little.
for 1.
Yeah, my 1. It's important, you know, that 1.
Speak to the heart. Do it.
That's right.
Do it.
Yeah, my first action, I will pass.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay 2.
All right.
Play Kikita Yuri into the fight.
Gross.
Oof.
Surprise! He has 3 fates.
Ow. Wow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
boy, and you can.
Money over there.
Yeah,
That's rough.
that's pretty good.
Uji is a moneymaker
No kidding.
in lots of ways. But only when he's honored, so if my opponent dishonors him, then he's sad.
All right, I've got to pass. I got nothing against
Sweet,
that.
Yuri's gonna duel you.
Oh no.
Da-da-da-da-da. I have 3 tier 1.
You do.
Yep. That's where we're at.
All right. Okay, there we go.
3.
2.
Cool. I'm gonna give you 1 honor.
Awesome.
I'm gonna have 6 tier 3.
Okay.
You can't declare military conflicts.
Ooh, fun.
Also, honor him.
Nice. Oh, that is such a valuable stronghold.
It just makes all my guys big and gets me honor all the time.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right.
You're
Oh, is it still going?
You're still a 1.
It's still going. You're right.
Oh,
yeah.
I got +2. No,
Right.
I got plus. Wait, this is political. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did it. Math.
Yes. Oof.
Now you're up.
All right.
I'm gonna break this thing.
Yeah. I pass. Yeah, that's
Cool. Let's break
what's
it.
happened. All right.
Let's avoid Dayu.
Good.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You're on the doorstep.
I am.
It's stronghold time. Send him out.
Okay.
I'm gonna take an action outside the conflict, unless you have 1.
Oh, I have 1 as well.
Do it. Oh my God! No way! Magistrate station stands up Yuri.
Oh boy.
Can't do military fights, so might as well have a big political defense.
That's true. I will attack with Border Rider. I'm going to do a. It has to be political, right?
It does have to be political.
I'm going to do a political here.
You wanna go see what this is?
I'm going to see what that is.
We got.
It's a market of Kaze no Kami.
Yes.
Ooh.
All
I was
right.
waiting for this one.
All right. You want to read it off?
Sure. All right. So it is a strength 3 province. Reaction: after this province is revealed, choose a character that is not honored. Bow that character.
I choose you, Yuchi Dayu.
Ouch. Oh.
Get bowed.
Such a strong card.
And then Yuri's gonna block. So
Okay.
I'm on 5 tier 1.
That
First
you
action
are.
to me, I'm gonna pass.
Okay. I am going to spend 1.
Here it comes.
No, I'm not.
Oh no.
Nope,
Never
I
mind.
pass. I pass.
It's not a military conflict. Whatever his 1 cost is, actually I don't know what that 1 cost could be.
It's true.
I assumed it was charge, but maybe I'm wrong. Can you pass?
It would be. Yeah, I pass. I
Cool.
pass.
I'm gonna win this on defense.
Cool.
I'm gonna bow and go home.
Jeez. Well, this ought to be fun.
Are you ready?
Oh, so ready.
Cool. Uji, all by himself, is gonna go do a military Earth conflict at your stronghold.
Okay, well, let me reveal that first.
Step 1: reveal that it's ancestral lands.
Ancestral
Ah, we
lands.
get it.
Uh-huh.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It's a lot of
It is
skill
the
you got
last
there.
thing I
Toe
expected.
1.
Hey,
All right.
important
You
one.
have the first action.
I do. Man, this is a tough bind here. The last thing I expected was a military crane to attack my stronghold.
Exactly.
Yes. No, that card is amazing.
Would you like to see some shenanigans?
I would love to see some shenanigans.
Then say pass.
Pass.
Great. We're gonna favorable ground in. Kikita favorite.
All right.
Everyone's like, oh, duels! You're up.
I'm up. I think I'm gonna pass.
Daidoji Uji would like to show off his clan motto.
Yes.
The
been waiting
spear
for that
rushes
one.
forth to defend its master.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
Can
we
we
want
see
this
that?
for the stream?
I
Throw
love
this
the
up
art
there.
on this one.
So this says,
Go for it, Tyler.
action during a military conflict, discard an honored status token from a participating character, and choose a participating character your opponent controls, bow that character. So I'm going to get rid of this honor token. So my bowed Kikita favorite will discard his honor token to bow your Utaku infantry.
Man, let me find there's no 0 on these.
Just as planned. Good job, Kikita favorite, you did it. High five.
Doing the work.
I'm gonna pass.
Cool.
Dun dun dun.
Bow.
Oh, it's continuing.
Team Sashibanko wants to join the fun.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just for fun.
There you go. It's a 15? I don't know.
I think I could beat entrenched position now.
Yeah.
In case you decided to play entrenched position.
In case I just wanted to swap these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Camera, look over there. Yeah. No, I got nothing.
You got it?
Pass.
All right.
All right.
Let's break this.
Good game.
Good game.
So while you guys clean up, Andrew, I was wondering if you had a ring of binding in your conflict deck.
Do I
Oh,
ever?
I thought we weren't going to let them see it unless you drew it.
You know,
We'll be nice.
Being,
All right.
being nice here. This is inaudible. This
All
is
right.
inaudible.
All right, listen.
All right.
All right, Evan, would
Chat,
you like to talk
chat.
about? Oh, go ahead.
You can now know that they want you to see things that I don't want you to see.
All right, what we got here? Ring of Binding, 1 fate, +0, +0. Pff, what does this even do? It's item and Mishodo. During the fate phase, if you are the first player, attached character cannot lose fate or be discarded.
What?
At
What's
all.
that? What's that? They can't die? Because you have a Jin? Good job.
That
Go Jin.
seems
That
pretty
seems really
good.
Yep. So we're just gonna show that one card. Oh wait, looks
Oh,
like
is
I
there-
got this one sitting here
Oh,
too.
what is this?
Oh,
Tyler,
no.
Tyler, what is this?
This is some nonsense is what this is.
Oh yeah.
So this is an attachment with no cost, meaning you cannot play it from your hand. It is a +2/+2 attachment that says restricted. However, as an action during a conflict, if this card is in your hand, you may reveal it and initiate a military duel, again, between your character and your opponent's character, and then resolve the duel. Oh, your opponent chooses who they duel with, because...
Right.
Yep,
Naturally.
naturally. Because your champion will fight their champion, and whichever champion wins the duel gets a +2/+2 attachment put into play on that character.
Whoa.
So here's a gun buy. I'm gonna fight you for it.
Yeah.
That's pretty spicy.
Yeah, that's cool. That seems
Alright.
to be pushing what duels do a little bit. It's weird.
Could do.
Could do. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
definitely exploring bizarre new design space.
Sure.
Yeah,
Which is
that's a really cool card.
what I
Yeah.
like to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that Andrew and I are gonna hop off camera here.
Yeah,
but,
thank you guys for joining
but there
us.
might be a little something more. For,
I
for
mean,
everyone
maybe
still
you said
watching.
you and Andrew were leaving. You didn't say me and Tyler were leaving.
I did. I did in
so-
fact say that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I thought, but I had to. Whatever.
Well, we got-
I guess I'll stay.
I guess
We got
you're
maybe a
stuck here now.
little bit more.
I guess I'll stay.
Boy, we still don't know who that guy is on the front of the Warriors of the Wind, do we?
Don't rub it in.
Jeez. All right.
All right, I gotta do this thing.
Sure.
Do the thing. Look,
Mhm.
we are the champions.
Yes.
My friends.
Congratulations on your win.
I mean, it's not really me. Really, it's Daidoji Uji.
Sure.
He earns all of the honor for my clan.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when he does dishonorable things, you're not going to know about it.
All right, Tyler. This is a big year for L5R.
Yes, it
Children of the
most
Empire
certainly is.
just came out. Obviously, huge influx of cards. Bunch of clan packs coming out. Are those the only things coming out? Just this in clan packs?
Yep. Nope. Definitely that.
Okay. Thanks for your time.
Definitely not. Definitely not a new dynasty pack.
Yes, a new cycle.
And a whole new cycle to go with it.
Yeah. So let's talk about let's just talk about it a little bit.
I would like to introduce you to For the Empire. the next
Oh, yeah.
Dynasty pack for Legend of the Five Rings.
Yep, and it is the first Dynasty pack in the Inheritance cycle. Right.
This is going to feature a character that maybe some people have seen before in art, and now you can try to figure out what he's going to do. I don't know. It's not going to be me. I'm not going to tell you.
So let's talk a little bit about the Inheritance cycle.
Yes.
Imperial cycle, right? The theme was kind of, on the Imperials. Elemental cycle, elements out of balance, a lot of elemental cards, a lot of Shugenja. What is kind of the thematic glue of the Inheritance cycle?
Well, the first question I'm sure is going to be on everyone's mind is why is it called the Inheritance cycle? And the character who is featured on the cover of the pack might give you a clue as to what's going to happen next. What's the mechanical theme?
Sure.
That's a good question. The mechanical theme of the cycle is the attributes of characters, to put it one way. This cycle is going to care about uniqueness. This character is going to care about unique and non-unique characters. It is going to care about character traits, most especially the Bushi and Courtier keywords. And it is going to feature a new, or I should say, Bushi and Courtier traits, because it also features a new keyword mechanic that ties into those features.
That
all of the things that I just said.
A new mechanic, that sounds a little complicated and a little abstract.
Nope.
Do we have anything?
The keyword mechanic is actually just this card has no text.
Okay. Oh, so that's
all
really
it is.
easy.
It's
then.
really easy to remember.
Do you have anything maybe you can show us? What is this new
Okay,
keyword?
let's just stop teasing them.
All right.
Show off Shinjo Kiora, our first preview card from For the Empire.
All right.
So, this is a Unicorn Clan character. It costs 4. It has 4 military and 2 political. It is a Bushi and a cavalry with 1 glory. Action: during a conflict in which this character is participating, switch the contested ring with a ring in the unclaimed ring pool. Players are familiar with the idea of movement shenanigans in Unicorn, and, well, Kiora is going to apply some of that to the rings as well.
Okay.
Now, I did not mention the most important part of the card,
Right.
which is the disguised keyword.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to go ahead and explain how it works because it's kind of complicated. This is definitely the most complicated keyword mechanic that we have done so far and probably are likely to do, because it is very top-down thematic. This was, hey, this character is in disguise. What is the most top-down mechanical way to represent that effect? So, without any further ado, what does the card do? Disguise mechanic. It provides you an alternate means by which to play the character. Shinjo Kiora is a Dynasty character that will appear in your provinces. You may play this character as any other character by paying 4 and putting it into play during the Dynasty phase. However, if you don't want to do that, you could use the disguise keyword to play the character instead. Now, how does that work? As an additional cost to play Shinjo Kiora, you must choose a non-unique cavalry that you have in play, and you choose that character, and you say, this character is going to turn into Shinjo Kiora.
Okay.
Mechanically, how does that work? Well, you pay the cost of Shinjo Kiora by way of the disguise keyword, reducing Kiora's cost by the printed cost of the non-unique cavalry you chose.
Okay.
So
she costs...
Where's that Border Rider?
Border Rider.
Not those.
Oh, not those. Not those.
Where's the Border Rider?
Oh,
he
no.
ran off with the Border Rider. Go get me a Border Rider. So let's say I have a Border Rider in play.
Okay.
First of all,
We got the Border Rider. It's no longer theoretical.
we got the Border Rider.
All right.
Here's the Border Rider. Cool, we did it.
Put it in the stand.
Can we do it? Can we do the stand? Yeah, stand. So, first of all, by playing a character with the disguise keyword, you play them as if they were in your hand, meaning they follow timing restrictions for playing characters from your hand. You probably could have guessed this since we're about to do a surprise. I have the Border Rider in play. I say, I'm going to play Shinjo Kiora with the disguise keyword, choosing Border Rider. Because Border Rider costs 2, Kiora's cost is reduced by 2, and I will pay 2 fate to play Kiora. Then I will move all tokens and all attachments from Border Rider onto Kiora and discard the Border Rider.
Cool.
So far, so good?
So far, so good.
Basically, as an additional cost to... Oh, sorry. Oh, God. As an additional cost to play Shinjo Kiora by the disguise keyword, you must choose and discard a non-unique cavalry, pay the difference in cost, move all the stuff over onto Kiora, congratulations. All along, this border rider that you thought was no one important turns out was Shinjo Kiora all along.
Okay. Let me ask you this. You
Yes.
play the disguise way. Can you add additional fate to your character this way?
Great question. What do you think the answer is?
I'm going to say no, because thematically, it was that character all along.
You did it. Kiora is, while you are still playing the character, meaning things that interact with playing cards such as Utaku Tetsuko or Hiratsuru, cards that care about increasing the cost to play cards or triggering when you play a character from your hand, those are all going to factor into this. They're all going to trigger off of this. However, because this character was in play from the beginning, theoretically, you don't get to add any more fate because this is still the same character.
Sure.
Yep, that's the answer to that question.
Okay. There are some specific questions here.
Great.
In the case of...
There's a couple more things that I'm going to point out, and I'm pretty sure they're going to ask about it, so go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, this one is specific. Say there is a pump effect like Bonsai on the non-unique character.
No.
No.
It does not transfer
does not carry over. Okay.
The game, that would require too much complexity for an already complex mechanic in an already complex game to try to track all of that.
Okay.
One of the defining moments that we wanted to capture with this mechanic was the dramatic reveal as a signature moment. Samurai in Disguise is something we've already seen. In fact, it was featured in the very first fiction that we ever published for this edition of the game.
Right.
Where Doji Hotaru was undercover in disguise. But we wanted the big reveal moment to be a dramatic moment in the game. And one that your opponent has to worry about. Now, I pointed out that Shinjo Kiora lives in your provinces and can disguise from there. Your opponent's going to see that as a possibility. So now they have to consider, they've heard rumors that Shinjo Kiora is out there, but they don't know where she is or who she is. They have to assume that every non-unique cavalry could at any moment turn into her.
Okay.
So that threat is there.
Okay.
In addition, when the character is played, they will come into play ready, even if they weren't before, because this is a dramatic moment. This character is saying, surprise, you thought you understood who I was and what I was doing, but you were wrong, and now you have your defenses down, and I'm going to capitalize on that.
That seems huge. That seems real big.
So it's a powerful part of the effect, and it's also a big dramatic moment in the game and in the story of the game.
Sure. So this is a disguised cavalry.
Yes.
Is every disguised character going to be, disguised Bushi, or is there going to be like a disguise, I don't know, Scorpion or whatever? Is it strictly restricted to the traits?
You're just gonna have to wait and see.
Interesting.
Remember that the themes of the set are uniqueness and traits. There is a minor sub-theme in this cycle about conflict types, military versus political. But primarily, the themes of this cycle are the attributes of characters.
Okay.
You should expect that most of them are going to be disguised trait. I might throw you a curveball. I might not. I'm going to wait for you to find out. The last important feature about the disguise keyword that I want to mention, because it is a minor rule that is actually surprisingly important. If you disguise in a character during a conflict, they cannot enter the conflict unless the person they're disguising off of was already in the conflict.
Sure,
right?
That makes sense.
You can disguise and be like, oh, surprise, your defenses are down, I'm going to come hit you now, but you can't teleport.
Right.
You can't teleport. Now, Shinjo Kiora can get into a conflict lots of ways because she's a unicorn cavalry, and unicorn cavalry have lots of ways to move to conflicts, but that's using other cards.
Sure.
Also importantly, every disguised character in this cycle is unique. You can only disguise off of non-uniques. So you can only turn non-uniques into uniques this way. Very important, and that's a big part of what is going to make people care about uniqueness and non-uniqueness in the set, because the disguise keyword is strong. You're getting a new character and a ready character. But you can only do it if you have a non-unique of the correct trait.
Sure. So let me ask you this then. You don't have to be specific with this answer, but how many disguised characters can people expect to see in this cycle? Is every pack going to have 5-6 disguised characters?
Actually, funny you should say that.
Mhm.
The whole cycle, every single card in the cycle is no. I'm just kidding. Every clan will get a disguised character.
Okay.
And maybe I snuck an 8th one in there somewhere, but you're gonna have to find them on your own.
Sure, yeah, no, they are disguised. It may be a little difficult to find them, but I don't know, maybe. So kind of getting off of disguise for a second.
Yeah.
What were some of your biggest lessons from the Elemental cycle, from Children of the Empire, that you kind of implemented in the Inheritance cycle?
The Inheritance cycle was the first time I got to really see what inspired people to put characters in their decks, and that was something that I wanted to really try to play with and also change and provide new incentives to play new characters. That's why the aspects of characters, whether it's uniqueness or clan affiliation or what their stats are or what their trait is, all of these things might matter on some cards in the over the course of the cycle. All of those things are things that I was paying attention to. And so far, and this is especially true in the wake of the Elemental cycle, which was heavily based around Shugenja and spells and magic and the elements. Right now, we're at the heyday of Shugenja in L5R. I wanted to say, okay, that's cool, but what about the Bushi? What about the Courtiers?
Sure.
I want to show off what those traits and those aspects of the setting, and maybe give you more incentives to play Courtiers or Bushi or out-of-clan characters or whatever. So that now, even if a card necessarily doesn't have the strongest ability, if it fits into this category of things that I'm supporting, providing support for, maybe I'm more inclined to play it.
Sure.
Maybe I'm not playing a duelist deck, so I don't really care about the fact that Kakita Favorite is a 2-cost character that gets a bonus in duels. But maybe I'm playing a Crane Bushi deck, and I just need some more cheap Bushi, and now I have that as an option. And now I'm more inclined to play it in a new way.
Sure.
Right.
That's cool. All right. Tyler, is there anything else you want to add about the Inheritance cycle?
I would like to point out that you are going to see a little bit more about this pack specifically fairly soon.
Yes. Sometime after the stream, before the end of day today, you will see the official announcement for the Empire. So keep an eye on the website. Probably within the next couple hours, you're going to see way more cards.
This was the unofficial announcement.
Yes.
Everything we said is false.
Yes. You may even see another disguise card. I don't know. I can't make any promises. I'm just a guy.
You won't know, though, because they'll be in disguise.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps it up for this episode of L5R Live. I feel like we covered a lot. I feel like a lot happened.
Yes, a lot happened today just now.
So we appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon to get notified when we post new content. Join us Tuesday at 1 p.m. for a full session of Star Wars Destiny. We're going to be checking out the new starter set, which is going to be very exciting. And remember to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Links in the description below. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Party on, Tyler.